Yo,
Yo,
what's the word, my guy?
what's up, Brody?
Ain't shit chilling, man. Yeah, I couldn't. What was the line about? I heard him leave. I need to hear that back one time, man.
I I had like a whole little setup. It basically was he took his last breath. I had to turn my head urgently because you right. I couldn't watch my brother die, but I heard him leave. Crazy,
Yeah, that was
crazy,
crazy. That was crazy.
crazy.
Yo, how you and Rock? Cause they ain't even when they put out the flyer and shit. And then even when I was talking to Beezy, they never mentioned that shit. So that shit was like a surprise for me and everybody else while we did. Like, how long y'all had to prepare? When did that shit get set up?
Shit, because we was supposed to be a band battle.
Mm.
We was supposed to be one round band that Saturday. It wasn't even supposed to be light work. So we had like 11 days for the band, but like 2 days before, it was like Wednesday. Pete called me and said switch to light work. So niggas just had to chop up their rounds basically.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's crazy. So y'all niggas had to chop y'all rounds 2 days before and turn that shit to light work material. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
What?
just wild.
Yeah, but did you get the Tay Rock you expected? Like, what's going through your mind when that nigga's going? I mean, in that shit.
That shit. It's different up close and personal. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
That shit is different. I knew it would be, but it was still like, damn, I'm standing in front of rock. It was kind of crazy.
yeah.
After like the first round, it just felt like a crazy battle to me. Like in the first round when he first started rapping, it's like, damn, it's rock. But after that, it's like, all right, we in a fight now. It's a battle. Like that just it just felt like any other crazy battle after that. But yeah, that shit was it was it's I just felt a lot of pressure he was rapping. Like that shit was like it was I don't know. I guess it's his presence or but that shit was different though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was different.
Yeah. Nah. I stood in front of a lot of niggas. That nigga with a crowd or without it, yeah, that nigga's one of them ones, man. That shit is crazy. Somebody in my chat said, "Are you still happy to be here?"
Not at all. Hey, look, I wanted to say that too. That all that shit is out the window. All that shit. That y'all gonna like the new Swerve. The happy to be here Swerve. He cool, man. He rap good. He alright. His new Swerve. This. I'm here now.
Yeah,
I'm just here.
like I'm there with everybody. You know, even though easy gun titles, you know what I mean. We was cracking jokes and shit, but like I feel like yo, like a lot of people when that battle drops, they gotta study that and realize like, yo, that's how you capitalize on the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like you ain't let that shit break you. That shit, you know what I mean? Because you in there and y'all niggas was deep, but it's way more vets in the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you already know what, you know what I mean, where it's gravitating to, and you ain't let that shit make you buckle or fumble. You put up like, you know what I mean? You put up a 30-point game against a fucking legend. So, you know what I mean? Like people gotta really like newcomers gotta understand like, you know what I mean? Like that's like a template. Like yo, I mean, when you under that situation, because it's one thing if you go in there with a legend or a vet and they take you lightly and you win. That's cool.
It's different. It's not respected. It's not
Yeah,
respected the same.
exactly. The fans gonna watch it. They gonna have an
Yeah,
excuse, but it's not gonna be like, yo, that nigga was in there. But when you put up your numbers and that nigga is giving you what he'll give somebody on a, you know what I mean, on a main stage or somebody that's been there
craziest
for a while.
swerve flips I ever heard.
Yeah.
Craziest swerve flips I ever heard. I ain't hear that one. Usually, like when I started like last year, I've been on URL for a year now. Last year when I first got there, I'm thinking I'm hearing stuff like, all right, I heard that before. I heard that before, but of course nobody else heard it. Rock ain't say
Yeah.
nothing. He didn't say one swerve flip I heard before.
Nah, that's crazy. Shout out to Rock.
Shout out to Rock, man. That nigga the goat.
With that being said, though, where do we go from here? Who's on the radar next?
I got listen. People don't know this. I was told I was supposed to have him a year ago. I guess I ain't do enough. This got to be enough now. Like I done stood in front of Rock. It ain't too much for Cortez to come outside now. It ain't too much.
Mm.
It's not too much for Cortez to come outside.
Cortez?
Yeah, I like Cortez, man. And like the Crucible last year, and after that, and after Caffeine, after the tournament, it was
Yeah.
talks of, you know what I'm saying, some rookie versus vest type stuff. and Cortez name came up. Of course, that ain't fall through, but it's only a year later. It's still time.
Yeah, so
Cortez for sure though.
what you thinking or what type of setting? Light work, band, regular
Nah, nah,
band,
nah, nah. No light work. This
no
is
light work.
this
This
a
a
full
real
battle.
Civil War 3. That shit around the corner.
Civil War. Hey, if we could get it done, Cortez.
Yeah,
Cortez was in the building, wasn't
yeah, he was in the building. Yeah,
he? Yeah,
he
he
was
was in
in
the
the building.
building. He was in the building.
Yeah, yeah. So nah, he seen what's going on. I like that though. That's a fire. That's a fire battle.
Yeah. Cortez. Cortez would be is probably number one priority right now.
Yeah, how you felt? I forgot to ask you this. Being as y'all had fucking 48 hours to switch this shit around, was light work different than what you expected? Because I was just talking to Sheet about that. Like niggas here 90 seconds for the the bag. They're like, oh yeah, that's easy. Until you in there and that clock running, the crowd reacting, you looking at the clock and you can't stop. Like, what was that experience like for you? Because
It's
that shit was
it's
crazy
it's
for me.
it's honestly it's a different experience because you do got to block out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially let's say because some people I wrote to the 130. So like one of my rounds, I kind of wrapped my round too fast. Think like the clock literally. The clock is another thing that you just thinking about, and you if people don't know you looking at the clock.
Hell yeah, you looking at
That
that shit.
shit crazy. You are looking at the clock. That
Yo,
shit is crazy. So it's like it's you have to be you gotta be focused, man. You can't you gotta be focused. All like the ad libs between bars and taking time, nah. And as far as with the setups, you gotta get right to it. You have to get right to it. You got a minute 30. You gotta get right to it.
yeah, like the crazy shit about it, right? So the first time I ever was in that position was BET in 2019 with Geechee and T
Yeah.
Top when I battled them because they was like, yo, 130, but I'm thinking like Grind Time 130 or King of the Dot where they stop it for reaction. They like, nah, the clock don't stop, you gotta run. So this shit is like when you looking at the crowd, you also looking at the clock there. So I'm going with this nigga and I'm writing the full 130. I'm in the midst of the shit and I got the Nipsey line at the end. I look up at that bitch, that shit say 7 seconds. I had to jump from some whole other shit just to get to that. Once I
Oh
did that,
yeah.
yeah, once I did that shit, I'm like, yo, never again. So now when I did light work with Oz, and even when I just did the BT shit with Sean, I don't even write the full 130. I write like 117.
And so you could pace it.
Yeah, so I could pace it because I don't want to rush myself. And then you know what I mean. I'm not landing how I want to land them shits. Then it's just gonna be like useless material. Like now I'm just on some road runner shit. And
Yeah,
Smack
yeah.
and
Yeah,
Smack
nah,
still.
that's a
Yeah,
I
Smack.
was listen if I would if it was originally a light work, I probably would have wrote my rounds like that. But
Yeah,
I wrote all the material that I had. I liked all of it, so just found a way to just say all of the shit. So I couldn't even have 3 117 rounds.
yeah. I feel you. Yeah, that nigga Smack still told me after that shit like, yo, you was rushing your shit. I'm like, nigga, I had to. I can't go too slow, nigga. I can't get my goods on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit fucking. I mean that. But yo, before I let you go, you said Cortez. We're just gonna leave it at that because I feel like that's a crazy one. Let me get your homecoming predictions. Mook and Geechee, who
Uh,
you got?
Mook and Geechee. I got Geechee 2-1.
All right. Sean and Jack Boy.
That's a tough one. I was asked this 4 times, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah,
In a
yeah,
crazy battle, I got Jack 2-1. Close battle. But if it's like that, I'm gonna just leave that at that. I don't shine it's shine, man. In New York, man. That shit about to get crazy. We're
yeah.
gonna skip that one, man. We're gonna skip that one.
What about Jazz and Vixen? That's
I
another big
got
one.
I got Jazz 2-1. Fire battle. Fire battle.
Okay. Kid Slade and Stumbles.
Mm. And my nigga. I can't call that one, man. I can't I can't call it. I can't call that one. If I
Um,
have to, if
yeah.
I have to, I'll say in the building. I think people are gonna like prefer Stumble because as
Okay.
far as we're on that stage, but it's like Kid Slade is He's gonna skip that one too. DNA, my fault, man.
Nah, it's all good. And Arsenal and Swamp.
uh, I got Swamp 2-1. Swamp
Okay.
2-1.
Okay. Yo, when y'all asking, cause they like, yo, why everybody saying Jack? I'm like, y'all gotta remember they from the DMV.
He said, "Why?" I mean, not even like you know what I'm saying. Cause Jack my homie. You know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna be on no bias shit either. It's just some shit that was been supposed to happen, man. I feel as though Jack not going. He this like it's like his second. This is second opportunity on a big stage like this, right? Other than John, a huge stage,
Yeah.
a huge stage. So I don't think he let this slip through the cracks this time. I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right, got you. Good looking for pulling up. I got Cortez on tomorrow, so I'm gonna bring that shit up immediately.
All right.